Hi fashion lovers, so this is the gown we're making today. We're making this beautiful trendy short gown that has a design at the front with a v-neck. It has a pocket. I added a pocket to it. I added the combination to the sleeve like I showed you guys on the thumbnail. This is exactly what we're making today. So if this is what you're interested in, please continue watching. After watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell so that when I upload a new video, you'll be the first to come and watch and learn something new. So let's get straight to it. So this is Ankara we're using to make this particular style. 3 yards of Ankara will be enough to make this style, and the measurement we need is hip measurements divided by 4 plus 10 inches. My client's hip measurement is 44, so I'm going to divide 44 into 4, giving me 11. So I'm trying to make sure I see the style very well, so I'm not going to make any mistake. So my client's hip measurement is 44 divided by 4 is 11 inches, so I'm going to add 10 inches to that 11 inches. Because if you check the style very well, the down part is very wide and it's run from the bust measurement all the way down, so it's just a straight cutting. I took the measurement and folded it into two, so I'm going to take that measurement and fold it into two just like so. After that, I arranged it very well on the table to make sure it lies very flat, so by the time I'm taking my measurement everything will correspond very well. So the next thing I did was to take the length measurement. The length measurement I am working with is 35 inches. My client length measurement is 35 inches, so I added 1 inch for folding allowance. That is for the same allowance. We're going to add 1 inch to the end. So I'm trying to mark out the 36 inches length measurement. So now I'm trying to connect the lines together. We're going to connect the lines together. So the next measurement I want to take is the measurement of my center back, not your normal shoulder measurement. You're going to use your tape and measure from the center of your neck all the way to where you want your sleeve to end. What I measured my client was 17 inches, so I marked down 17 inches there. So the next thing I want to measure now is the round sleeve measurement. You know the round sleeve measurement is wide, so what I took on my client is 21 inches. So I'm going to divide that 21 inches into two, giving me 10.5 inches. So that 10.5 inches I'm going to add joining allowance, so I'm going to take 12 inches for the round sleeve measurement. So I'm going to mark it down there, 12 inches. So after that, I'm going to connect the line to meet the 12 inches from your shoulder line down to your round sleeve measurement. So I took 1.5 inches for the curve. So you're going to connect it just like so. After that, you're going to make a little curve there. After you make that curve, you draw it all the way to the length of the gown, just straight. It's just like a four corner shape. So this is it all the way down. The next thing I did was to take my neck measurement. If you check the picture very well, the neck measurement is a little bit close, but this I took 3.5 inches because my client doesn't want it to be that close. After that, from that neck measurement, I now drew a slant line to the end of the sleeve. That is it. You take half inch at the end of your center shoulder. Draw it from your neck all the way down. Neck measurement for the length is 1.5. You take 1.5 inch for the back neck measurement. So this is it, 3.5 wideness and 1 inch length. Then after that, I'm going to cut it out to place on the front piece. This particular one is just the back piece. So I'm done cutting. This is it. The back piece is ready. So we're going to fold our fabric now to cut out our front piece. Set it aside. So I'm going to fold my fabric again into two. Then I'll place the back on it to cut out the front piece. So this is it. Make sure it aligns very well at the center. Cut out the neck and every other place. So this is it, the front and the back is ready. So I'm going to set the back aside so I'll work on the front neck. The length of the neck I'm working with is 11 inches. If you want yours to be a little bit closer, I showed you is you're going to use 9 inches if you want it to be high, but what I'm using here is 11 inches for the length of the neck. So I mark it out like so. Then the next thing I did is to mark out the wideness of the design, the black design at the center. I used 1.5 inch. So I'm trying to check to make sure that 1.5 inches is okay for this. So I'm going to mark out 1.5 inches. You know, some of the designs will have like 2 inches wideness depending on the wideness you're working with, but this particular style we're making now, we are using 1.5 inches. So you're going to mark out 1.5 inches all the way to the length of your gown. After taking that 1.5 inches, I connected the lines very well so that when I'm cutting it will be easy for me. Then the next thing is for you to make a slant line to meet your 1.5 inches. You slant it very well for it not to have any form of curve or any different shape aside from this slant line. So this is what I did. The next thing I'll do is just to cut it out. So I'm done cutting. See the way it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to use my black fabric to cut out the front design, but I'm going to take the measurements of that front. I'm taking the measurement of the front to make sure I didn't cut excess. So what I got is 37 inches, but I'm going to make it 38 inches. After sewing, I can trim it out. So this is the black fabric we're using to form our black design. I'm going to cut out what to measure this 1.5. I'm going to cut out 4 inches, that is for sewing allowance. So I'm cutting out 4 inches. I'm going to cut out 2 pieces of this because we're going to place it. We're going to place it together. I'm cutting. I'm trying to iron it out. I folded it together. I folded it into two to make sure I iron it out to get the center line. So by the time I start sewing, it's not going to give me any stress. So you iron it out to get the center line. Fold it into two and iron very well. After ironing, I'm going to place the two together. I'll place it together, mark out the neck measurement we took earlier from the Ankara fabric. So this is it. I'll place it together, mark out 11 inches from the top to where the 11 inches will stop. Then I'll go to my machine, sew it and show you guys how it looks like. Trying to align very well. So I'm going to mark out 11 inches. So this is it. I marked out 11 inches, which is the neck measurement, and I sewed it together. After sewing, I'm giving it a good press. So this is the extra. I'm going to trim it out. I'm going to trim it out so it will correspond with the Ankara fabric. So this is the back. You can decide to use your interlocking machine, which is your weaving machine, to weave that part before joining it to the back. So this is the back. We're working on the back now. I want to use a facing to turn the neck of the back. So you can decide to use the fabric, as in you can cut out like 1 inches and pipe the neck, but I want to use a facing to finish the neck of this particular gown because facing is more better. So we place it on top of the pieces and trace out the neck. After cutting it out, you're going to remove the main fabric. You're going to remove it. I'm using 3.5 for this. For the shoulder side, I'm using 3.5. I decided to change it. I decided to make use of 4 inches instead. So you cut it out. You can decide to make use wider. You can make it 5 inches, or you can still make this use of 4 inches. So this is our facing. I'm going to use a hard stay, that is strong gum stay, to gum it so that it will have a little weight. By the time you use it to turn your neck, the neck will just be flat and fine. I'll use my iron to gum it to my fabric. So this is it. I trim the excess out. So the next thing I will do is just to fold in half inch, fold it, go to my machine and sew it and bring and show you people. So this is the neck of the blouse. This is the neck of the back. You're just going to place it on the neck, right side facing each other. So I'll go to my machine, sew it half inch, come back and show you guys how it looks like. So this is it. I've sewn it. The next thing I'm going to do is to notch it. This notching part is very important. You notch it so that it will lie flat on the neck. So this is it. I'm going to iron it out. So I'm done ironing. I want to join it to the shoulder to shoulder to the front piece. So I'm going to use the facing of the back and fold it over to the front side. So this is it. I'll go to my machine and sew it. So I'm done joining. The next thing I want to do, I want to use my hemming gum to finish up the facing very well. You can use a machine to sew it down, but I prefer using a hemming gum. So this is it. Everything is lying flat. The shoulder is okay. So the next thing I want to do now is to join the black design that is on the sleeve. So I'm going to use the remaining pieces that I cut out from my front piece. So this is it. I have 2 inches here. So I'm going to sew it from the back. After sewing it from the back, I'm going to turn it to the front side. I'll go to my machine to sew it and show you guys. So I'm done sewing. This is how it looks like. It's looking beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to flip it over, then join it. I'll be joining it with half inch. So I'll be joining it with half inch from the sleeve to the length of the dress. So I'll do the same thing the other side. So I'm done sewing. This is how my gown looks like. It's looking beautiful. The next thing I want to do right now is to fold the down parts. I'll fold the down parts. Is that I'll fold it, I'll use any gum to gum the down part. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use any gum on my, so our gown will be ready. If this is the first time you're watching my video, if you've learned something from this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share to your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share to your friends, and subscribe to this channel. I added the pockets. See the pocket the gown is giving. It's looking beautiful. Look at the sleeve, look at the front piece. I added stone to give it a different look from what she sent to me. So like, comment, and share. If there's anything you don't understand, you can drop it on the comment section. So bye till I come your way next time.